Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog today. Today is Friday the 28th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning fairly early-ish. Dogs needed out, got them all taken care of and all wrapped up and fed and played with and all that good fun stuff. Wife got off to work without issue. Everything was going good. Had to take my father-in-law to the doctor today, and I guess he was healthy enough to go to this one, which was kind of that weird thing that, you know, couldn't go to that appointment, but this one he has to go to because this one they give him drugs, and if he doesn't go, he doesn't get his drugs. So it's amazing how people can prioritize when they're feeling healthy enough and whatnot to go do stuff like this. So went ahead, also had to go feed some cats on the way out, so trying to figure out what dogs I was going to leave here at mom and what I was taking with me. And I was like, oh, do I run over and feed the cats first and come back? And it's kind of a bit out of the way, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, drive all the way over there and drive back kind of thing. So instead, wow, that's kind of annoying. But instead, decided to hell with it. I'm not sure how you get away with that. You got a bicycle with a super loud weed eater motor on it, no license plate, no turn signals, no nothing. And I'm assuming a DUI, that's why they're riding it, but it is what it is. So went ahead, decided I was going to go on the way, stop and feed the cats on the way up to the doctor. So reached out to my father-in-law, let him know he'd be taking off about 9 or so in the morning, and headed over, went and put my cooler in the truck, because I always bring extra drinks with me because I hate being thirsty, and it's one of the things I'm definitely not stopping at like gas station and buying a soda or nothing, because that there's absolutely ridiculous to pay those kind of prices, and also waste the time of having to stop just going and get something like that to drink. So went ahead and said hell with it. From there I was able to put that stuff there, came back over, grabbed a couple dogs. I decided to take the two little pit bull puppies with me, and hopefully they wouldn't torment each other too damn bad on the drive up there. But he got loaded, him up in the truck, got the dogs loaded up, and they were super excited to see another human being. They're like, oh my God, people. So they were all like getting all sniffing on him and stuff. So I got them figured out, got them in the back seat, or where the back seat would have been, and then basically headed over, got to the house to feed the cats, left him in the truck and said, hey, I'll be right back. So basically he sat in the truck with the dogs, left the truck running, so the truck didn't want to start this morning. The ignition gives me a little bit of fits every once in a while. So went ahead and said, held it, got that thing fired up, left it running once I was there, ran in, fed the cats real quick, cleaned their litter boxes, all that good stuff, got back out. And he goes, they were squabbling and making a lot of noise. Like, okay, you didn't think to, like, maybe, I don't know, call me? Like, you have a phone, I have a phone, like, what the hell, text me? Like, hey, they're squabbling back here. And what had happened was the older one had got his leg wrapped, or actually the little one probably got the old leg wrapped around the older one, and the leash was like pulling on him, and he was like, ah, to go down. That was funny. So once we realized what it was, I got him all untangled, got him repositioned, and shortened the leashes up so they can still get each other, but they can't tangle each other up, basically, is lack of a better term. So went ahead, said, hell, I got them done, headed up on the road, but it showed up at the doctor's office. We got there about 7 minutes before his appointment time. I usually like being a lot earlier than that, but with feeding the cats and stuff and that, where I was at, I ended up taking one up instead of taking 95, because it's just not a little slower road, a little better views and stuff. And I thought, hey, it's kind of the side, I gotta make a weird U-turn going the other direction anyway, so thought this would work out for me. So I basically dropped him off the door, went and found a spot to park in the parking lot, hang out there, the puppies, got them out, let them run around for a little while, let them play in the grass and chew on each other again. Oh my God, they play so rough. They're playing so good, but they're playing so rough. They both seem to love it, but man, they're just chewing on each other constantly. It's so funny. So we got them all played with, loaded back in the truck. So I got tired of just holding the leash the whole time. So we basically got back in the truck, and then he texted me and said he was done. So we headed over, picked him up, and as we were leaving the parking lot, oh, almost forgot. As we're leaving, we got to New Smyrna Airport, heading up, and one of my clients texted me on the way. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, you should not be on the way, because you said you're dropping the dog off like 1 o'clock. Then it's like 9:30 in the morning now. So I call her real quick, and she answers the phone. She goes, what'd I do? And I go, well, you shouldn't be on your way. You said you're dropping the dog off about 1 o'clock. She goes, oh, did I? I didn't pay attention, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you can't drop the dog off right now, because I'm on my way to Ormond, and I have to take my father-in-law to the doctor. So as soon as I get done with that, I'm heading back, I'll let you know. You can come drop the dog off as soon as I get back, but you cannot drop the dog off right now. She goes, okay, no big deal. Because I didn't bother telling her about the doctor's appointment, because again, she told me she dropped the dog off about 1 o'clock, so I would have no concern there to tell her what I was doing in the morning. So she's like, oh, no big deal, da da da. So a little bit later, she texts me and says, hey, don't worry about it. I've got, don't rush and stuff, whatnot. Just, you know, when you get back, let me know. I said, 100%, good to go. So I also had a couple of dogs getting dropped off about 2 o'clock today, so I knew I had plenty of time. So get done with the doctor's appointment, pick him up, get to the truck. As we're leaving the parking lot, he goes, "Do you care if we drive by the record shop for a little bit?" And I'm like, "No, we cannot," you know. And he goes, "What?" And I go, "No. First off, he didn't tell me about this ahead of time. Nothing like that at all. Also at the record shop, there's nowhere for shades. I'm going to sit on the sun, baking in the truck with the dogs and stuff. And 2, that's not how it would have worked. I would have been like, hey, if that's what you want to do, what I probably would have done is to like, hey, why don't you have somebody that you know from the record shop come pick you up at the doctor's office and drop you off or whatnot, and then I can come back and pick you up at the doctor's office later this afternoon or something." But he's never been to the record shop for, it's not like he's gonna be there for 10 minutes, he's gonna be there for an hour, bare minimum. There's no way she's not went out there. Plus I got people waiting for me for dogs and stuff. Told him so I get back. I'm like, you heard me, we talked about this. You heard me on the phone with her. We talked about the fact that she's wanting to drop her dog off as soon as she can, so she can start her trip and whatnot. And he's like, "Oh, I thought maybe we could do it." I'm like, "Nope, can't go do it." So that is, we headed back home. He seemed a little bit put out by that fact that I wasn't going to take him over to the record shop. You know, the record shop where he's going to probably buy more records to put in the house that he can't even, like, there's 3,000 to 5,000 records stolen in the storage unit because there's nowhere in the house to put them yet, because he hasn't even unpacked the other 17,000 records in his house to put them on the shelves. They're stacked up. They're filling up 2 rooms of the house just in boxes. But yet he wants to buy more records. I'm just like, come on, man, knock it off. So we're paying, I don't know, hundreds of dollars a month for a storage unit for records that you haven't even seen in almost 2 years, and you don't even know what you have left. So yeah, there's that. That's a thing. So that one didn't necessarily make me the most cheerful in that feeling unappreciated in this whole fact, but it is what it is. So went ahead, dropped him back off the house, reached out to the lady and said, "Hey, you can drop your dog off whenever," and she let me know ahead of time she was coming over, so it was all good. Talked to my wife and said, "Hey, I'll probably wait till you get home from work to go run, because with all the dogs here and stuff, and the high energy dogs, I don't want to leave Mom with them and the puppies and stuff all together at the same time. It was bad enough I left her with the other ones that were much less ornery." So, but she dropped the little one off. The little one was super excited to go see the dogs and run around and sniff the yard and stuff, and just had a heyday with that. Getting along with all the dogs, got along really well. And then from there, they dropped off the next 2 dogs, and they again didn't care about the owners. They were wanting to go play. They wanted to go see what dogs are here and stuff. All the dogs are getting along so well. They're all doing really good. There's a couple times you get a little bit of orneriness here and there, but for the most part, it's mostly just getting grumpy, being annoyed by the higher energy, the young puppies, and they'll get, you know, growled out a little bit kind of thing. So, but they're doing splendid. Wife got off work. She came home. She was saying she was feeling kind of sickly, and she didn't want to have, she's gonna have BLTs tonight for dinner. Decided not to. So I was like, okay, cool. When you get home, I'm gonna have you watch the dogs so I can go run. She got home. I went for my run. Got a nice little run in there, and then got back to the house, got myself a shower, and she just skipped dinner. I think she had something. I don't know if she ate at lunch, but I think it didn't set well with her is what it was. So I got out of my shower, and then I was just like, I'm not really feeling dinner either. So didn't know what I was gonna have. I was gonna have a bowl of soup, and I decided not to. So I got all the dogs fed, got them all figured out, and got it all taken care of, and headed back outside to play with my 3D printer and watch some more YouTube on the iPad or the laptop. So basically hung out there, had myself another cigar, and enjoyed my beautiful, gorgeous weather of an evening. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.